this is the cheapest insurance policy you could have on saving your life.
Yeah.
It's no excuse why anyone can't have a working smoke detector. But Captain King can tell you more and more cases that we go to a fire, and there's a lot of smoke involved, and that's the first thing we're going to start looking for after the fire's over. The smoke detector. Okay, we see it, well, why didn't it work? Okay, we hear all kind of excuses.
Yes.
Why? We need a battery, it keeps going off. We hear it all. But a smoke detector is no good to anyone if it don't work. And believe it or not, most people don't realize this. NFPS, National Fire Protection Association, this is kind of the guidelines that all the fire departments go by. Every 10 years you need to replace these.
Okay.
They may work perfectly, but 10 years is about the life of either one that runs on electricity or battery operated.
Okay.
So, and they have got dates on the back.
On the
you
back,
see.
okay.
Sure.
Very good.
But that's the key to make sure they work. We recommend that you run a vacuum cleaner over them,
To
like
pull
once
out
a
the
month,
dust,
pull
sure.
spider webs,
Uh-huh.
dust, because that can cause them to malfunction.
Absolutely.
But the main thing is keep a good fresh battery. We recommend twice a year.
Right.
Make
right.
sure.
And that's typically when the clocks change.
Yes,
right?
that's
And
what
this just helps you
fire
remember
service
it.
kind of recommends, yes ma'am, to remember.
Okay, very good.
But a lot of times, like a stress, more and more, we find them not working. Now, one thing, too, on that is they put them in the wrong location. If you put, of course, if you have a fire in the home, like I said, more than likely you're going to have it in the kitchen. More than likely, because of that stove. So most people think, well, hey, I'll put the smoke detector in the kitchen. Makes sense, right?
Okay.
But what happens is, when you're cooking, steam involved, boiling something, or you open up the oven, guess what? It starts going off.
Yes, it does.
Or if it's too close to the bathroom area, every time you open the door after taking a hot shower, it's going to go off. So what do people do? They take the battery out instead of moving the detector to another location.
Right.
The key to these is have it where you can hear it at night when you sound asleep.
Right.
If you got one way off in the living room, you may not even hear it. So you want it close to the bedroom. And I'm going to ask Thomas King here to talk more about that, because he's also a new building inspector.
Okay.
And he's up to par with the fire codes. And he can tell you these days versus years ago on about the smoke detectors, on what the new rules are as far as new houses. So, Captain King, if you would, you can explain a little bit on that.
You want to have the proper location. And a lot of people, like I said, they put them in the kitchens. That's in their proper location. They put them in the living rooms. You want them in the bedrooms. Code requires them in the bedrooms.
Okay.
You want them in all bedrooms and outside the hallway of each bedroom.
So like if you have like a foyer common area.
A lot of houses you'll have like 2 bedrooms on one end and possibly a master on the other end. You'll need one in each bedroom plus one in the hallway beside the group of bedrooms on one end and one outside the hallway on the other end. Now sometimes that comes into play with your kitchen.
Okay.
So you kind of got to maneuver it. You know, if your house has already been inspected, the main thing is have them in the bedrooms.
Okay.
That's your safe points. Like Chief says, you know, you want to be able to waken up from these things. And you want to buy, you know, you can buy these things as cheap as $4.
Sure.
So they're not, you know, you don't have to buy high dollar.
Everyone can have one.
They sure can. But they make different ones. They got photoelectric and ionization. Some pick up heat and smoke, and that's the difference between photoelectric and ionization is what they detect. If you can afford it, get the nicer ones. Get the ones that have photoelectric and ionization and same detector. That way you get the heat and smoke detector all in one.
In one, okay.
You know, that way you might pick the heat up before maybe the smoke,
Right.
vice
and
versa.
give you those extra precious minutes to be able to get out.
That's right, and that's the main thing with this is for is to make sure you can hear it. Because we had a call one night, Chief will tell you, luckily the lady heard the fire. Had she not heard the fire, she'd died because she did not have a working smoke detector in the house.
Right.
And it was a fire in the bathroom.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Important information. Thank you so much, Chief Collins and Captain King, for this valuable information. Saving lives, that's what you all do.
Yes, ma'am.
Saving buildings, saving structures.
And like I say, our job now consists more of preventing the fire from even happening.
Right.
That's the way we like it, and it's best for the people, the insurance company, and of course for us.
Absolutely.
But we kind of stay busy around the fire station, though. on fire prevention. Now, when we get through with this interview, our 3 guys is going out and do what we, like I say earlier, pre-planning,
Okay.
and they're gonna check some businesses, make sure they're safe.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Well, thank you again so much
Thank you.
for the information.
Anytime.
We appreciate it, gentlemen. And these are great tips, and I'm sure that they'd have more for you, and we may come back and visit them again. So
Glad to
thank
have
you, and keep watching.